Okay, so this is the second part of going over your study guide key. Okay, line graph. Okay, you guys are really good at making line graphs. This one, I forgot to bring home graph paper. Okay, making this. I tried making my own, and it was kind of a disaster. I played around on the computer with this guy for a long time. This is about as good as I can get. It is by no means perfect. You guys, I know, make awesome line graphs, so kind of trust your gut on that. Okay. Things to look for though: vertical jump height in centimeters versus, since it's a line graph, student height in centimeters. Right? We took that right off of the table that was given to you. Okay? We get to pick the height of the student. We don't get to say you jump little, you jump big. Okay? But we get to pick the students who we're testing. Okay? So that's why that one goes on the bottom. We pick the students. We don't get to pick, okay, you jump high, you jump little. That wouldn't be very good science. Okay? We pick the students. Students go on the bottom. Okay? Vertical height, that depends on their height. Okay? So 59 centimeters. Okay? Only jump 12 right here. I don't want your data points that you have on here that I put on here. I don't really want those on your stuff. I just did it so you guys could check your work a little bit better. Okay. Again, this one is super, stretched out. We don't put breaks in there. We start at 0. Probably would have counted by 8 if I had the graph paper that we use. It would have brought you up to 80, and you would have been smushed in the corner over here, which is fine for these numbers. Okay. 60, we were at 17. 61, 62, 16, 24. Okay, you go way up, go way down. Again, make sure yours is kind of makes its way up and goes down and drops and then whoop, way down. Whoever that 74 guy, I guess, I don't know, didn't have his jumping shoes on. Okay, make sure yours looks kind of similar to that. Make sure you have student height on the bottom, vertical jump on the top or on the Y. Okay, and then your title is correct. Okay, check those. Again, each graph is going to be worth 6 points. Title, axes labels, okay, number or categories correct, and then correct data, 6 points. Okay. On to the bar graph. Your classmates' favorite sport by vote. By for bar. If you put versus, is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. Versus is okay, but by is your best choice since it's a bar. By bar. Basketball, 8. Baseball, 6. Football, 11. Tennis, 1. Lonely tennis. Hockey, 3. Golf, 4. Okay. Sports on the bottom. We got to pick the category of sports that we had the class vote on. Okay. We didn't get to pick that football, the greatest sport ever, got the most votes. We didn't get to pick that. Okay, it's just true. It's just a fact. Okay. So, classmates' favorite sport by votes or title. If you have verses, it's okay. Number of votes is on our Y going up. We don't get to pick which one is everybody's favorite. And then sports category is on the bottom. Okay. Again, 6 points. Your labeled axes, correct title, categories and numbers written correctly, your data is correct. 6 points. All right. This one, the computer didn't mess up too much. Should look pretty close like this. If I were you, counting up, since we have 10 lines and we had 11 votes, count by 2s. 1s, you wouldn't have had enough because you would have gone over 1. Okay, so 2s would have been your better choice. Circle graph. Okay, make a circle graph with the information given below. Okay. Chevy's 35, Dodge 27, Ford is 32, GM 15, and Honda is 23. Okay. If I were you, right, I would have counted up your total. 35, 27, 32, 15, and 23 equals how much? Okay. So I will have calculators on the day of the test. I always have calculators, but you'll be using a calculator on the day of the test, and I got 132. Okay. So when we add all of those up, I have 132. I know it's backwards. Okay. To find your percent, you take how much you are given. So if I was going to do Chevy, 35 divided by 132. 35 divided by 132. And I get 0.265. Okay, 0.265. You multiply by 100 to get your percent, times 100. That moves your decimal place. So now I have 26.5% for Chevy. Right? You do the same thing for Dodge, Ford, GM, and Honda. All of your percentages must equal 100%. They have to. Okay? So if you have 26.5 and everything else is lower and you're at 99, you can round that 26 up to 27. If you have 101 because you rounded 2 or 3 of them, choose the lower one, round it down. Okay? So one more time, I'm going to go over how to find percent. Okay? Well, let's do Dodge. Okay? So 27 is Dodge. Our total is 132. So 27 divided by 132. Okay? In your calculator, I got my phone. 27 divided by 132. I got 0.204. Okay? So when we multiply by 100 times 100, you get 20.4%. 20.4%. Okay. So Chevy, we had 26.5. Dodge, we have 20.4. Okay. So Chevy, 26.5. Dodge, 20.4. Ford, 32 divided by 132. 32 divided by 132. Get that answer, multiply by 100. I got 24.2%. Okay, GM, 15 divided by 132. Equals 11%, 11.3. Okay. And then Honda, 23 divided by 132. 23 divided by 132, I got 17.4%. Okay. So we had all of our percentages. Chevy was 26.5, Dodge was 20.4, Ford was 24.2, GM was 11, and Honda was 17. Okay. When you add all of those up, what do you get? 26 plus 20 plus 24 plus 11 plus 17. Add all of those up, we got 98. Okay. So I would definitely make that Dodge or that Chevy, that 26.5, round that up to 27. Okay. And then probably do Dodge as well. So Dodge would be 21. Okay. This is kind of what the computer made. Type of car and parking lot by percent. Chevy and Dodge end up being about a half, and then the other 3 make up your other side. Okay, so look at that, kind of make sure yours is close to the same. Okay, again, if you have any questions, let me know.